Hey, good morning to you. 9:30. We know Royal Caribbean is now requiring that some of the passengers who are not fully vaccinated buy travel insurance. That's on top of COVID tests and other protocols as well. So we have the cruise guy who has set sail twice since the cruises started back up, Stuart Chiron. So good morning to you. I would like to ask you, first of all, what is the insurance and who does it protect, the cruise line or the person?
Well, it actually protects both. I mean, there's a lot of costs involved in, quarantining passengers and then repatriating them back from whichever foreign country they're in to, quarantining at possible hotels, and then the cost to get them essentially by private aircraft back home. So in this case, if they had to get back to Houston, this provides them with private transportation, private flights home for them and possibly the party they're traveling with.
So is that for if you test positive, certainly, or is it you're buying the insurance and you automatically get this?
No, this is for people that are unvaccinated that may be traveling if they can get on a ship at this point. So if let's say in the case of there were a couple of kids that were on one of the sailings out of Nassau, that they had to get the kids and the traveling party back home to where they lived. So if you're unvaccinated and you're able to be one of the 5% of the passengers that are unvaccinated, I mean, this is to cover the costs of what could happen if they had to travel back, if they did get infected by coronavirus.
So how would one go about getting that insurance and how much is it?
Well, it depends on the length of the sailing. I believe it could be $100 or $200. Depends on the cost of the length of the cruise. Because right now they're doing 3, 4, and 7-night sailings, and this, for the most part, I believe applies toward sailings out of Florida. So if they're sailing out of, let's say, Galveston, it would not apply, but it's only for Florida because it's recommended. But most of the people, I mean, I was at the port yesterday to see Carnival Horizon take off. They were at 96%, fully vaccinated. And then, of course, in Galveston, I mean, it was almost 100%, except for some kids. So, I mean, it's relatively just as a precaution for people that are unvaccinated.
So, do you have to get this on your own, or is this something you get through the cruise line? Because that would send up some red flags, I think.
Well, they could get there's several different companies that provide COVID insurance. The cruise line does provide it, the opportunity to purchase it from them, but. This is not going to impact a lot of people, and of course the experience on board the ships for the unvaccinated passengers, they have to wear masks, they have to eat in specific dining rooms at specific times and specific locations of the showroom, but they're not allowed to go to the casino, they're not allowed to go to certain lounges and bars. So if you're not vaccinated, it's a very good idea to be vaccinated. Having just been on 2 cruises in the Caribbean, Celebrity Millennium, Celebrity Edge, I mean, it was a wonderful experience to be able to go and not have to wear the masks, know that have the confidence that everybody else is vaccinated, and we were able to enjoy the cruise as normal. And in some ports we really didn't even get off the ship. It was just so nice to be away. So
I'll bet. So what is your number one piece of advice for someone who's considering a cruise right now?
Well, to obviously, read the precautions that are on the different cruise line websites. Know, that, make sure, I mean, the best thing is to make sure you're vaccinated. If you're not fully vaccinated, then the cruise lines are allowing you to postpone your cruise until you are fully vaccinated. But, to go and enjoy yourselves. I mean, I always buy the travel insurance regardless of whatever the situation is, because you want to make sure that you have the interruption insurance and you also have the ability to have the medical coverage and protection when you're traveling, because all of these cruises are visiting foreign ports.
All right, the cruise guy, Stuart Chiron, thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you for the lovely,
Pleasure.
calming background behind you, too.
You're welcome.